What up, YouTube? We are back at Baxter State Park in the state of Maine again this year. If you remember from last year, we had a pretty wild couple days in the park. We did the South Brother and North Brother hike, and then within another 12 hours we ended up doing Baxter and Helon Peaks, and we had the plan of doing an out and back over Knife Edge, but it was going to be too much with everything we did in those 2 days, so we chose not to. So at the end of that video, I had mentioned this year we're going to come back and get up and over Knife Edge, and that is the plan this year. So just got here a little while ago. We set up camp, just making some food now, get the fire going. Plan is to get up early tomorrow and get up Cathedral Ledge or the Saddle. We're sort of unsure exactly what we're going to do just yet. We'll judge that based on the weather tomorrow. But get up to Baxter and head across Knife Edge and hopefully come back down Helon Taylor. But should be a really awesome go. I'm super excited for this one. Sometimes I'm a little nervous on some of these bigger hikes, especially when the weather really comes into play. But I'm stoked. Right now everything looks good for tomorrow. So gonna get a good night's rest and get up early and get this one started for you. So we just pulled into Roaring Brook, checked in at the ranger station. Now we are headed up to Chimney Pond. Got here pretty early just because, you never know with the parking situation, but we're mid-September now and the parking was fine this morning, so we probably could have waited a little bit longer, but an early start is always great. So we're in a group right now. A couple of us are going to break off and do Cathedral, and then the other group is going to go up Hamlin. The goal is for all of us to meet up, hopefully at Baxter Peak, before we get over to Knife Edge, but we'll see how the day goes. So we just hit the cutoff and split up with the group. They took off right over to Hamlin Bridge Trail, and we're headed up to Chimney Pond to go up on Cathedral. It's looking like it's going to be a beautiful day. We're headed up over there. So out here looking up at the first cathedral. It's pretty wild. I'm gonna head up that boulder field, and then we're right up that super steep face over the first cathedral. Let's get it going. So I just stopped for a break, a little ways up Cathedral, but we got a great view of Chimney Pond down at the bottom. See it all the way down there, and then you can see the ranger station where we came from. So almost up over the first cathedral, getting pretty close. You can kind of see it up behind me here. Gotta keep moving. Some of these scrambles are pretty tricky. It's a lot of fun. So up on the top of the first cathedral, now you can get a good view for where we're headed. There's your knife edge up here. We'll be coming from this direction down and up Pamola and down Helon Taylor. But there's our second cathedral. It always seems like when you get on the top of one, there's a bigger one waiting for you. And a really pretty view of Hamlin on the backside. Down from Baxter, and then you go up over to Hamlin. So we have a couple people doing, there's your saddle trail over here. We have a couple people doing Hamlin Ridge on the other side coming up. So we'll be doing, I think, this long up. Couldn't ask for a better day to be out here. Let's hope it holds up. Fingers crossed. So just came up over the second cathedral. Shot right there. Lots of cool scrambles in there. Not too bad for the wear. Got a spot on my thumb and a spot on my shin. But it's all par for the course. You can see where we're headed now though. Up here, there's your knife edge right here. So we'll be coming down from this direction and then headed down Helon Taylor. So far the weather's holding up really great for us today. So not too far left to get up to the top. Got that third spot you can see up above me here, and then we're just gonna walk up to Baxter from there. I love the sound the rocks make when you grip them. Echo with it almost. Super cool. There's the trail right there. Looking for blue blazes all day. So rocks start changing color right here. So I know we're getting up towards that tabletop area up top before we head up to Baxter, or the last part of Baxter anyway. But last year we came down this way and I posted that video. We went up to Hamlin and came back and then headed down A-Ball over on the other side. So just coming at it from a different side this year. And super happy we did. This has been a really great day. So I'm up here pretty much just below Baxter Peak now. I'll be up there in another like 15 minutes or so. After you get up towards, after you get up over that third cathedral and towards the cathedral cutoff, it's down here you kind of hit all this red crushed rock. And it's kind of a good size. It's like big enough to really beat your feet up, but it's also loose enough where you're sort of taking a step back every time you take a couple steps forward. So definitely tires the legs out pretty quick. Coming up on Baxter Peak now. So just a quick thought on Cathedral. If scrambling in heights is your thing, you're gonna love that trail. If heights or scrambling's not your thing, I'd recommend trying to find an alternate route. Maybe Hunt or A-Ball would be a better option for you getting up here. For me, that trail was a lot of fun. Just felt like I was a kid playing most of the way up that. But just keep in mind that it's a lot of scrambling, it's steep, and I would definitely do some of your research before you decide to hop up Cathedral to Baxter. So just heading down from Baxter now. There's like 100 people up there, so I didn't want to pull out the GoPro and video too much over there, but you can see where we're headed. Up over here to the other side of Baxter Peak, and then we're headed down all along Knife Edge, and then we're going to come out that backside down Helon Taylor. So believe it or not, we're already more than halfway through this hike, but there's still a lot of work left to be done. So on your way over to the start of Knife Edge from Baxter, going this direction, it's just kind of like almost like a game of finding footing on all of these rocks. But I am just about there at the start, so we're just up over this ridge here, start going down onto Knife Edge. So almost there. Time for a little bit of sketchiness. So about halfway across Knife Edge now, you got the two chimneys coming up here. You can see them in front, those two peaks. We get up and over those, and then up over to Pamola, which is another bit of an interesting climb, but moving at a pretty good pace. It'll take us like an hour and a half to get over this. For me anyway, my friend's a lot quicker than I am, but halfway there. Absolutely stunning up here. So coming up on the chimney. Now, when you do this from the other way, this area I remember being sort of a sketchy spot when you're coming down, and it's hard to kind of find your footing in this area. It's a little bit on the other side too, going up, but Pamola Point's just right there, so we're almost up there. This has been a blast. So last stretch up to Pamola. Sketchiest area of Knife Edge is definitely these two spots. So we're up here on Pamola Point now. That's where we came from. Baxter, all the way down, all over Knife's Edge, down the chimney, back up. Now we got 3 miles left down Helon Taylor to get back to the trailhead of the car. So coming down Helon Taylor, just a lot of butt sliding, going slow. Believe it or not, there's only like 2.5, 3 miles left to get down to the bottom, but it's like, you know, we're going at a really intense angle, so it's going to take a while to get down there. Alright, so I'm just coming down the last little bit of elevation down from Helon Taylor. Coming to the end of this one, got about half a mile left. It's going to end up being about 10 miles with about 4,100 feet of elevation gain. We went up Cathedral. That's a tough ascent up Katahdin just because there's so much scrambling. I mean, you're using your hands and your feet pretty much the entire way up, so it's not easy. And then when you get up to Baxter, you got to make that funky walk over and down and across Knife Edge. That one area at the end of Knife Edge was beautiful, by the way, but that one area at the end going down the chimney was super sketch. I would definitely make sure that it's not wet outside, or it hasn't rained the day of, or I wouldn't do that with anything super wet. That would be really dangerous. And then once we get up to the top of Pamola, just hung out for a few so I could get a little bit of some Gatorade and a couple snacks, and then we sort of made this long trek out of Helon Taylor. Even though Helon Taylor says it's only a 2 or 3 mile out, don't let it fool you. It is all decline all the way out, so it's a lot of butt sliding, slow going, but really happy we got out and did this one today. Super proud of myself, thankful for the support. I definitely slowed down a little bit at the end, but as always, I appreciate you guys checking in. Promised we come back and do this one this year, so we did it, and we'll definitely be back here again in the future. Have some more stuff coming up in the near future for you in the White Mountains, as I'm still sort of making my second trek through the Whites again. So as always, thanks for checking in, and until next time. Love it. Get the water.